The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
This is the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Trap comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well hang yourself. This is also where you can turn yourself into dope and you become the real man. Whoa, yeah.
First I hit him, and then I let him. Then I remix, rewind, then I wet him. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
All right, welcome to another exciting episode of the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. We are back here with the usual suspects, and we have a guest today, a comedian by the name of Timmy. So everybody say hello, Timmy. Hello, Timmy.
Hey, Timmy. What's up, man?
Yeah. Now, before we get started, we want to make sure that we press the subscribe button, press those like buttons, and leave those comments down below. Now,
and make sure you share.
Yeah, make sure you share it.
Are we
Exactly.
recording?
Yeah, we're recording. We just can't see the picture from this side, but we will be able to see it from the people outside. The people outside will be able to see it.
I got you.
Bam. That was good. That's called teamwork, and teamwork makes the dream work. Now, Packett, we missed you last week, and
Yes,
we
sir.
heard you went on a cruise.
Yes, sir.
Where'd you go?
I went to Catalina and Ensenada.
Catalina and Ensenada.
Yes, sir.
How was it?
Man,
Hot wing heaven.
it was awesome. It was awesome.
Did they have a vegetarian buffet for you?
No, they had vegetarian stuff in there
Fruit,
for
all
me.
kind of shit.
Fruit, the everything, and it was constant.
Was the pool big enough for you?
Nah, the kids was in the pool. I don't want to scare the kids, so I went to the back.
You didn't want them to...
You know, in the back they got the things for the grown-ups.
what, they thought you might have been Rasputia?
So they had like three. They had three pools, right?
They had two in the back and one in the main one in the front.
Did they have a water
But
slide?
the kids was running the pool, man.
Did they have a water slide?
Oh yeah, they did.
Did you show them how a bitch go down the slide?
Nah, I didn't want to get on the slide. That slide was huge, and I have bad memories from getting on the slide at the water
What, you
park
think you're going to
before.
go too fast or not slow enough or what?
Hey, that I'm gonna tell you, when you're going down the slide, the shorts go all the way up in, and I'm just not with it.
Oh, that's
Murphy's
what
Law.
happened?
Murphy's
Murphy's
Law.
Oh
Law.
my goodness! That when I got on that slide, that went straight down.
And nobody
felt
warned you or
violated.
nothing.
Nobody warned me about
He
nothing.
felt violated. He
So that's
thought
why they have
Fleece
that
Johnson
expression
was
on
on
their
the water
face?
park.
So the expression they have on their face coming down the slide ain't got nothing to do with fun?
No, it don't. Because you know when you first get off that slide, you're in midair. You don't get until you get halfway down till you hit the back of the slide, and then you go up into the water.
Like a skirt?
Oh my goodness!
I wouldn't even want to go on nothing.
I would, and it was the dumbest thing in my life I ever did.
So overall, your cruise was great?
Awesome, better than great.
What do you say was...
I
would
think
be
I'd
the-
have probably shitted on myself on the slide like that.
I know I would have. And they would have had to close the slide down.
Well, you don't have to worry about it because once you get off, all the water that's coming out of you is just the same thing.
Oh, it's like a bidet.
Oh, whatever a bidet is, it's a bidet where they
Shoot the water up
squirt.
your ass.
Yeah, well, this is force. It's forcefully done to you on the slide.
Okay. So what was the best thing that you really loved about the cruise?
Oh man, all the little activities they had.
Like what? What kind of activities do they have for a fluffy gentleman?
Were they
Damn.
activities
I'm curious.
like
Already, you just
culturally
started.
sensitive activities, or were they like? Because when I went, it was like a bunch of white activities, and I was like, I don't want to do that.
I like bingo.
Oh, see,
I like bingo, and then
So there wasn't no dominoes?
well, no dominoes, no spades.
I mean, they had that in the game room, but they had a '70s show that was awesome.
A 70s show?
Oh yeah, it was nice.
What other
Oh, my
what other
goodness.
activities did you do? Did you play bridge?
No, I didn't play no bridge.
What did you do?
I went with my girl, so I was playing butt naked bingo the most of the time. So
yeah, that's all.
I was like,
Whoa!
it's time.
Whoa!
It's time for the. I didn't win at this bingo. It's time to go back to the room and play other
So,
bingo.
man,
A cabin boy.
Did y'all do any role playing? Was you like the big super-sized version of Isaac from the Love Boat?
You know what? You didn't tell me when you get a girl. Role playing is the best
Yes,
thing you
it
can
is.
do.
You didn't
I
know that?
love it.
Oh my goodness!
So you was Isaac?
Golfer.
No, you got to play like a rich guy. So he had to play somebody like super rich.
He was thirsty Hal the Third.
Yeah, you had to be thirsty Hal the Third.
Yeah,
that'll get her going. If you haven't done it, try it.
Thirsty
Play
Hal.
play rich.
Play rich.
Play rich.
That's gonna get too many women.
fellas.
No, he's gonna get her.
Well, you know what? The one I like to play is where she asks me to do stuff and I do it. She don't have enough money to pay. And she has to.
That's like the regular role.
Gopher.
Yeah, that's the regular role you play every day. Ain't it?
No.
Let me tell you what I do. I got like 10 different goddamn wigs, so she can go pick one.
You got the wigs?
Yeah, I went and bought the wigs. I got a whole chest of all kind of shit. Battery operated things, everything. You know, they call me Pastor Pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
That's my name, you know.
But
So
why they get the pastor part? Why they get the pastor part?
because, you know, I quote scriptures and shit first, man.
He can meet the needs of the people.
Yeah, you know, my role, I might come in there in the priest uniform or some shit.
I mean, what kind of scripture can you quote before y'all get busy?
Jesus wept.
Lord said, go forth and be fruitful. How about that? But yeah, you know, she got a platinum wig, some Boosie Collins star glasses, and, you know, I'm a little kinky, so I bought her some shoe skates and leg warmers.
Damn, so y'all could go 70s or 80s in that.
Yeah, and then sometime, you know, on a good day when bills is due, you know, can't have fun. I just go get a whole bunch of ones, and I go in my little, you know, my little treasure case like Felix the Cat, and I put up a pole, and, you know, she pole dance, and I throw the damn rent money at her. We can't really do shit, so, you know.
I think
well, see, I'm new at it. My girl always come, and she never have enough money to pay for stuff, and she has to work it off to leave the store.
Man.
So y'all had a fun time with it.
Oh, man, the boat be rocking. The boat was helping me out something.
The boat was
man.
Now you was goddamn Gilligan.
Yeah, he was a boat.
Hey, on a 3-hour tour.
He was a skipper.
Well,
He
anyway,
was a skipper.
that's cool. So, how was your week, Packet?
My week was good.
When did you get back, though? Did you get back yesterday or did you get back
Friday?
So you had a good week from then to now. What did you do? What was exciting?
Well, you know, we still in workout mode. Workout mode.
How many ounces have you lost so far?
Marv, I don't look at that stuff until I go back to the doctor, and then I have all my
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now.
So that means none.
Right. I'm gonna just tell you right now. Okay, drinking clear Kool-Aid is not gonna help the situation.
I lost 35
Agua.
pounds.
See, I learned that in Ensenada. Agua.
Everybody know
I'm
water
impressed.
in Spanish is
You know what?
agua.
You know what Kool-Aid is in Spanish? Agua fresca.
Agua fresca.
Yeah.
Agua fresca.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bandejo.
You sweet sipping summer fluffy guy, you.
That's not good.
Now here we go.
Dumbass, son.
Now, Farouk, how was your week? What did you do? And was it exciting?
No, not really exciting, man. It was pretty mellow, man. I ain't had to slap nobody.
You don't have no
That's
sores
always
on his knuckles.
You know,
That's
my
always
kids,
good.
everything straight, you know.
Well, that's cool. Well, we got this a new guest on the lounge, and her name is Timmy. She's a comedian, and also she is a social worker. As
Timmy.
well.
Timmy, it is.
Timmy.
Yeah. So tell us about your comedy get down.
My comedy get down. Well, I'm on and off with comedy, but I'm trying to come back in. Well, not trying. I'm coming back in because, let's say I gave it a break because I was like, I'm not good. I'm not getting good. But I realized that it's a difference with being funny at work and with your friends and then taking it on stage. So I'm really trying to perfect that. And I'm like committed to perfecting like
Do you take any of the experiences as a social worker and put them into your act?
Yeah.
Do you teach people properly how to whoop their kids' ass without going to jail? Because that would be something that the audience would really learn from.
They want to know that.
Benefit from.
Open hand on the butt. No, I mean
That ain't no ass
Hey, you
whooping.
can catch a case for that.
That's called a low five. Then now you done put your handprint on that motherfucker. You can't say you didn't do it.
Open hand on the behind. That's all you can do. Like
Put
it's California.
pillows around your hand,
Nah.
and then you can apply force.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with
Like
you. I learned some very interesting techniques that can administer the pain and discipline you need necessary to raise a good kid. At the same time, keep your ass out of jail. And I learned them on a Guantanamo Bay website. I learned how to waterboard the children.
But
Guantanamo Bay.
is the physical pain, is that what
All
you
I'm
want?
saying
Or
is
do you
there's
just
no
wanna-
marks.
Or do you just want to get them to the point where they do what you want them to do?
Look here, no marks.
No mark.
We got to make sure first.
That's not the only problem.
No, that's the first priority. You want to make sure you don't leave no marks. So you waterboard their little ass, and then you start telling them about that trash can and them chores and everything.
That's still gonna get you a case. Just so you know.
How they gonna find out? It ain't no marks.
Your kid gonna tell them.
That kid ain't gonna say shit after I waterboard his ass.
You ain't met the kids.
With a water hose.
I do it military style like my grandfather used to do me. You know what I'm saying? When my son, she would fuck up, I just go in the kitchen and I grab the thing of rice.
Yeah,
and I just pour it on the damn floor and I tell them to get their ass down there and peel them
on
potatoes.
their knees.
Now, you can get there up as soon as you can, but make sure the potatoes is done.
What's wrong with that? I saw you cringing. That's not a healthy way to administer discipline to a badass
Well,
kid?
it's better than me whooping my ass because the white folks kept coming to my house, but I told the police and them social worker like this. For one, how many black families do you go to where the father answers the door? I ain't talking about some nigga, their mama boyfriend.
Right.
That the actual father answers the door. And I looked at the police and I told him, if I do not discipline or, as you say, whoop my kid's ass now, you be locking them up or killing them later.
Right.
So he
There's
told me
some
have a
truth to
good
that.
day, and they left. And a white person who was snitching on me, I ended up beating their ass.
Yeah. Now, look here. Now, you
I had
heard
on my
about
Dark
that.
Avenger costume. Caught him at the gas station at night. Socked the shit out of him and ran.
Now, you didn't have no
Then
problem.
asked them what happened to their eye the next day.
You didn't have no problem with the social workers or nothing like that?
No.
They never came back. They wanted to give me a job.
They wanted you to be a parent mentor.
I straighten all this shit up. See, it's not the kids. The kids need to see the parents get their ass whooped, and they'll fall in line.
Now, you sound like one of them cats that when you was like
would have to
a
agree
younger
with
guy coming up, you probably used to mug people and rob them.
Well, I mean, you know, I've been a professional con artist since around 12 or 13, but when I got 15, you know, I was known as the Southland, caper. I was pulling off capers and shit, you know.
So what are you trying to tell me?
Limitations are over, so we can talk about this.
No, he said it's back in the
Yeah.
day.
Back in the day, you good? Okay.
Yeah, I was a minor then. It's over with now, you know.
They had a
got-
name for you, like on Eyewitness News and shit.
Yeah.
The terror of the Southland.
Stinger, Stinger, I was stinging their ass. That's what we used to call them when we get them. We stung them.
How would you do a typical stinging?
You remember the movie The Sting, right?
Yeah.
Paul Newman and
Yeah.
Rob.
But how would you do it on the street? Like you just walk up to somebody
I just
and say,
go to
"This
the
a
bus
stick up?"
stop and I seen some gullible white man just getting off of work, and I just walk up to him on the bus stop with my arms folded, and he'll make eye contact with me and say, "Hey, how you doing?" So I move a little closer. So I keep looking at him, and I be like, "Man, you know what? You look familiar." Well, I don't know you. I don't think I know you. So I say, yeah, man, you look like that motherfucker that took my money in the movie. No, I didn't take your money in the movie. It was you. Yeah, it was you. So what you do is take your motherfucking wallet out right now and sit it on that bench right there. See, head movement, no pointing. See, police roll by. I'm just a kid.
Having a nice conversation.
What a grown-ass white man, see, racial friendly. But I told him that if you don't put that wallet off, and by the way, that's a nice-ass watch, so leave that too, that I'm going to unfold my arms and wrap them around your motherfucking neck and choke the life out your ass. So they complied, and I just picked the wallet up, walk away, take the money out, and throw it back. So he got his ID and shit back.
Mm-hmm. Now that,
You know what?
And I got fresh
how
to
you
the
sting 'em, ain't
motherfucker,
it?
too.
That's how you sting
I
'em.
got fresh. Went into Macy's, got the stealing Swatch watches, everything. I went to school with swatches all right here.
Yeah.
Selling my
So you knew what time it was.
Yeah, I was like Lenny. I was an up-to-date Lenny. Remember Lenny from
We got a
Good
call. We got a
Times?
call coming in.
Oh, we got a call coming.
Yeah.
I hope it ain't the police.
Woods, man.
It's too late.
Welcome to the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Caller, you say what?
Yeah, I'm here to call in about these motherfucking crackers, man. I can't stand these motherfucking woods, man.
What crackers you talking about? The Grand
These
Prix?
motherfuckers over here in Hollywood, fuck these woods, man.
Okay.
You don't like backwoods. I don't
No, I
like
don't
smoking
like
that shit
motherfucking
either,
white
man.
people.
That
Fuck
shit
these
give you
crackers.
cancer, man.
Well, it seems like something is on your mind, sir. You want to let it
What
off?
I feel. You know, I see a wood when he walk down the street. He be smiling and jogging and shit.
Right.
You know what? Fuck these woods.
Now, sir, are you a brother?
You goddamn right I'm a brother.
Would you be what they call a light-skinned brother or a dark-skinned brother?
I don't know. I'm in
Because that
between. I
sure
guess
sounds
I'm
like some
brown and shit.
light-skinned shit.
Look. These motherfucking woods is just, I can't stand them. They lay on the ground and everything. Fuck these crackers.
Don't that
That's
sound
all
like
I
some
gotta say,
light-skinned
man,
shit?
'cause these
This
woods
voice
is
sound
fucked
familiar.
up.
Man, look, man, I don't like ignorant ass white people, but I'm gonna tell you something that I hate more than that. I can't stand an ignorant black ass nigga. See, this is what you gotta understand, brother, is that
Yeah.
a nigga is a product of white supremacists.
Well,
Okay?
like that
And what I
motherfucker
mean by
wood.
that is the way a nigga talk, the way a nigga think, holidays niggas celebrate, and lazy shit niggas do. They got that from their former slave master, okay? And if it was not for white supremacists, you wouldn't see niggas on the street corner smoking Newports talking about this is a black man's cigarette. We don't know no goddamn tobacco companies, brother. Okay, now these same niggas, you know, not saying you know, I
just
totally
don't-
think
I
that
don't-
your
I don't like
hatred
woods,
is
man.
genuine, but I'm trying to like redirect
Fuck these
that
woods.
into
That's
something
all I'm
more
saying.
positive for you. Okay, if you allow me. Now, for instance, these white motherfuckers that you talk about, let's look at they life. They don't have no job. So they got all the time in the world to protest and do shit to niggas.
Now-
just like these niggas that don't have no job.
Now, back
They
to
want to
this- back to
rob
this
you,
caller.
they
Back to
want to
this caller.
shoot you, and they want to beg and borrow and steal from you.
Now back to this caller. Caller, you seem to have some real hardcore racial issues going on right
I'm
now.
a racist, motherfucker.
All right, so look here.
Animosity.
We
man.
gon'
I like you, man.
There's a lot of animosity.
We gonna let him take
fucking
us to
hate
commercial.
crackers. I'm just saying.
we gonna let him take us to commercial.
I
'cause
don't like woods.
that's as creative as he can get.
Well, stay out of Inglewood. Don't shop in Linwood.
And
Most
don't-
I'm
definitely.
not
don't
talking
take your ass to
about
Lakewood.
crack.
And no,
I'm talking
definitely
about the
don't go to no
goddamn
Lakewood
crackers,
or
man.
Hollywood. Stay
I
out
don't
of
like
Westwood
crackers,
also.
boy.
You know, just
I
leave
do not
woods
like
alone,
crackers, man.
period.
All
I
right,
hate these
caller,
motherfucking woods.
we love you, and stay out them goddamn woods. please, stay your ass out them woods, and we'll be right back on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. I don't think he like woods.
Yeah.
That nigga.
This is the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Trap comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well hang yourself. This is also where you can turn yourself into dope and you become the real man. Whoa, yeah.
First I get 'em, and then I let 'em. Then I remix, rewind, then I wet 'em. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
All right, and we're back. Welcome back to Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Now we got the angry caller off the phone. We get back to the business. Now, since we have a social worker with us on the panel at the lounge,
Nah, I'm not a social worker
Well,
right
social
now.
worker slash-
No, I'm just a regular. I'm a mom. Let's talk about that. I live life, so I can talk about that. But I'm not a social worker
okay,
right now.
okay, that's cool. We don't want you. To
Anybody
we
ever
don't want
tell
to
you
lose our
that you
job.
look like a younger version of Maya Angelou?
They had to.
I have not heard that.
Today's
I'll
her
take
first
it.
day.
I'll take it.
So look here. Now, we're not going to say anything about the intricacies of our day work, but we will bring up this topic that you might have some insight to.
Might.
Okay. Now, we wonder, is this true for most people with kids, or children? I was told if you follow a dumb kid home, 9 times out of 10, a dumb motherfucker open the door. So the thing about that is how much influence do you think the parent has on how the child turns out? For example, let's take a name out of the blue. What's Dwayne Wade's son's name?
Zion.
Oh, is that with a big Z or a
That's
slash?
going to be a capital
Hyphen.
Z.
No, it's with a capital S and a Z and an S on the end.
That's too many S's and
People in the
Z's.
community, they speak with like a damn tweet. They Zion. His name is not Zion, it's Zion.
Now, is that more that has to do with his alleged sexuality or where he might be raised?
Well,
because
this is-
think about it. 'Cause
this is what
they
I'm
got
saying.
money. There's affluence. So affluence may pronounce Zion as that, and we're gonna
No,
say Zion.
I don't take it and look at it that way. Not to get off the subject, but this applies to the subject. I heard an insert of Judge Joe Brown.
Okay.
And he was talking about like how to control people in the masses. And in particularly black people, how we being controlled by the mass media and a lot of other shit. But he was saying that it starts with confusion. So if you can sexually confuse a people, then you can control them and manipulate them to do whatever. It doesn't matter their degree, how much money they make, their religion, and none of that. If they're sexually confused, then you can have mastery over them.
Okay, now look.
Now he's 11, right? He's
11
I
years
believe
old.
he's 11, but just for the people out there that probably haven't heard, this is what I know about the situation that Dwayne Wade's son, 11-year-old, Zion, is Zion like the car?
I think it's Zion.
Okay,
I'm gonna
anyway,
look
this
it
His
up.
name is Zion.
The young man. The young man had.
But I call him Zion.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying what I
His
know
name
about
is
this situation
Zion.
is he had his first fashion show on the catwalk, and I think he did one of those renditions of a Victoria's Secret model or something to that.
Zion did?
Cat-like.
Zion did
Yes.
that?
Now the way the reason I'm asking about the correlation between the parents, because I just found out. Now I might be on a late freight that his dad, who is
Dwayne Wade, just retired,
has been known to go to the nail salon and get his toenails painted.
black and his
Black.
fingernails.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I don't.
And he still does. He talked about it.
My toenails come black already, so I don't really need that.
That's called toe fungus.
But
That's
if-
infection. That's
if-
infection there.
It looks nice when you trim them.
But if heterosexual people can make heterosexual children, and heterosexual people can make gay children, then why does his dad paint his nails have anything
That's
to
the
do with
question we're saying about the background, because I've seen, if
You
come
can,
on,
you
son.
can go to a man. Men go to the nail shop and get painted or buffed out, and they can have a gay
No,
son.
we're talking about painting.
Yeah,
So
we
if
talking
they
about
don't-
actual nail polish. Like your nail polish is real nice. So that means you actually picked that color out.
I did.
So he actually picked out black nail polish
But he had to pick
for
it
his nails and fingernails.
Right.
And you guys think there's a direct correlation with
It
his
always is. The old saying is the fruit don't fall far from the
doesn't.
tree.
Right.
Okay, most
So
young.
what about Magic Johnson and
Why
EJ?
you
Like-
think they
like
call
he
him
said-
Magic Johnson? Why do you think they say he was deaf on them white boys' asshole at Michigan?
Hey,
How his son come out like that? Isaiah Thomas.
But
You
he
see-
doesn't. But he doesn't have nail polish. I mean, he doesn't portray himself.
Let me explain something to you. Your style of fashion and how you present yourself to the public really has nothing to do with your sexual orientation.
Right, that's why I'm saying the black
because
nail polish doesn't have anything
you
to do
got a
with
lot of masculine men who are gay.
Right.
And you have men who are feminized the same. What I'm talking about is the culture of this new array of people when it comes to their sexual identity.
so what do you think about these rappers that wear the dresses? Like, do you
and
think their
condoning
fathers-
it in the child? For one, my thing is I'm a parent of 6 biological children, and I've also raised 6 other kids. So that's a total of 12. And out of that 12, I only have one minor that's 14. The rest are grown.
So
okay?
would you say that the rappers that wear the dresses probably got that from home as well?
Well, it's all on upbringing. Most of them grew up in a single-parent household. Most of them sat on the toilet and pissed because they never seen a man stand.
sit-down will.
Okay? But the point I'm trying to make is that at 11 years old, I never promoted sexuality to none of my children.
But at
Okay.
11 years old, they can make a determination.
I
At 11 years old,
understand
I
that.
knew my daughter liked guys.
At-
I
You
wasn't-
knew
you wasn't-
it.
Yeah, that-
I
that's-
knew it.
That's one thing.
You didn't give her an account
That-
on Tinder.
But I
that's
also,
one thing.
But I also, if she would have liked girls, it wasn't gonna make or break me with
Yeah,
her.
I understand that.
So,
because,
but I mean, it wasn't like, oh, come meet these girls, come meet
because
these guys. Just have friends.
as far as women are concerned, sister, most women have gay men as friends, and they're not in conflict with the gay man because the feminine principle that he's displayed is not in conflict with your own, okay? But in social realms, that same friend of yours can be offensive to other people. Now, my thing is, whether you gay or straight, who gives a fuck? Live your life how you like to live it. We are talking about a child, okay? My mama knew that I liked women when I was 5 years old, rubbing on their friend's ass and put my head on their breast.
Not the women at church.
Thank you. It doesn't matter. I was just addicted to rubbing on women with pantyhose. You know, she would catch me looking at the J.C. Penney's magazine at the women underwear section. Uh-oh. Okay, but what I'm saying is, as my mother being my parent or my father, they did not promote me to do what I was already doing. Okay, so my thing is, at 11 years old, kids don't know.
But your mom probably would have took you to a pantyhose festival. Like if there was one.
No, my mama Anna Ruth wouldn't have did that. See, you don't know.
You would have taken her to the pantyhose.
You don't know my mother. Okay, your mama may have did that because you know your mother. I didn't have liberal parents.
And that's what it is. It's a liberal parent.
So you think,
but
wait a minute. Let's put a spin on
when you
this.
say liberal, just because this is what my great grandmother told me. Just because you have the right to do things does not make them right to do. Okay, now we all have choices.
Right.
I can walk out in the middle of the damn street blind with my eyes closed. The chances is I might get hit by that damn bus that Mike didn't catch.
But if you was my son, I ain't going to push your blind ass out.
And that's what I'm talking about. Now, this is the history behind his son.
What if his son wanted to do it?
Well,
will you say, no, son, don't do it?
What if my son wanted to rob a bank?
You can't just say, go and rob it.
Robbing a bank is criminal.
Okay, but what I'm saying is this, okay?
I have the unpopular opinion on this. Absolutely.
And I appreciate that because we got to look at both sides.
Right.
This is what I'm saying. What's of your legal right to do might not quell what was morally sound to do. You understand what I'm saying? Now,
do you know how many children kill themselves behind people not accepting, and especially parents? Because you can care less.
But do you know why they really kill themselves?
Why?
It's because, listen to me, they have not accepted themselves first. See, we live in a hyper society to where everybody has to be galvanized with these social stigmas on be this way, don't be that way. Well, we have a freedom of speech, but when you exercise a freedom of speech, well, I think he should have took a little bit more thought on what he's saying. So what I'm saying is to people stigmatize things that they're not familiar with or things that they're not against. Okay, vice versa. We have black people. They don't get along with each other because one is a Christian and one is a Muslim. Okay, these are general statements. Mm-hmm. Now, you can come with the individual situation. I'm just speaking in general.
Just in a generalized situation, in a generalized sense, where we're basically trying to get to the core of right here is when is it a time for the parent to say, okay, this is something that I'm not going to promote. But if you're gonna do it, like parents used to say when we was kids, when I was growing up, they say when you get 18, you can do what the fuck your ass want to do. But when you in this motherfucker, you ain't get your nails painted, you ain't putting on no Ray Charles glasses, run your ass out in that street, get hit by the car. I don't care how much you want to do it.
But if their life is surrounded with people who are open in their sexuality, and you're going to tell your 11-year-old, oh, no, you can't be like, because I'm sure.
You can wait till you get 18, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Yeah. But around this motherfucker.
But then you're saying that right in front of Uncle Johnny, who has
hell yeah. It's the same thing with a tattoo.
That family is not going to do that.
Younger people nowadays. Younger people nowadays walk around with tattoos everywhere, especially on their face.
She must ain't heard the story
now,
of
that's
butter
not
roll.
something that I would promote in my child, but I go to work, they go to school, so if they did it, I mean, you did it, but this is what I'm trying to tell you.
Has she heard that story, Farouk, about butter roll?
I don't think so.
I haven't. I probably have.
So you can say whatever you want to say in front of them, because it's your house. If the homosexual, would you say Uncle Johnny? Why they had to be Uncle Johnny?
I don't know, Uncle Johnny.
Yeah, okay. If Uncle Johnny had sitting down there with black toenail polish on, sipping on some sweet tea. I don't
have a problem with Uncle Johnny and that sweet tea. I don't.
And then my son come out, tweedling around and shit, and I say something, and Uncle Johnny get offended. He get his ass up and get out the house. You see what I'm saying?
Now you know them union.
You don't even have to go that far.
Not in my house.
You just talk about have a conversation about a motherfucker being broke. They gonna get up and leave the room because it's against them.
Anybody
so
in the house.
It doesn't matter what you went to, other people or not. Now that doesn't make you wrong and them right, or vice versa. Okay, it's a matter of preference.
And
okay?
you know when you
most 11-year-old kids don't make good fucking decisions. If they did, they'd be out your goddamn house. Now,
I agree with
the history with Dwayne Wade's son is. Dwayne Wade has custody of his son, first of all, okay? His son hadn't always lived with him,
right?
Okay? The mother of the child, maybe a drug addict, whatever, maybe he has been violated or molested as a child.
So his the roots was kind of already suspect
flimsy.
in the first place.
Flimsy. But you don't know what promotes people to do stuff. But see, I believe that God can forgive us for everything, okay?
Absolutely.
I don't think that you doing something as unnatural as you a man lusting after another man or committing a sexual act with a man is any worse than me pimping on a bench and selling dope. It's wrong. Right. There's no criteria of sin. Now, what I'm saying as a people, we all been victimized. So I can't look at this little young boy right here like it's his fault.
How can you look at
a woman trying to be a man as his fault?
How can you look at it?
As far as being black, we are all victimized.
When you say
what
that,
I'm saying is, we can accept what we want to accept or reject what we want to reject. That's us in our human sense, okay? But in a moral sense, I believe, this is my personal belief, I believe that all of us should pretty much use the guidance and the criteria of God, okay? So in saying that is something morally right. Just because it's legally accessible and you can do it, is it morally right?
So
this is more of a moral issue to me.
How would you look at the kid? And from that perspective right there, when you're looking at that type of kid, given the flimsy roots, as you might say, how would you actually what kind of perception would you have initially?
My perception is that he's a child and children don't know any better. I don't look at him no different than a young man at 11 years old that's intrigued with the gang culture. He wants to be a gang member. Okay? Now, what I'm saying is, certain things you do ill affects not just you, but the people you're around, okay? Now, it could be your choice, but just like you say, when you grow and you make your own choices and you living in your own dwelling place, who cares what you do?
And
you pay for it, you can live your life.
That's exactly
but when
what
you
we
are
were
a
trying to
child,
say
you
earlier.
don't really know what decisions you can make or not make. You might know I want to wear red today.
But that's
you might
the whole
know
point.
I want to eat Fruity Pebble. Oh, I should have said Fruity Pebble. But you might want to eat cornflakes or something for breakfast.
That's the whole point we was trying to say about the whole situation earlier. It's when you in your house, you got your own rules and everything like that. So especially growing up as a black family and you know how you get down in your own house, anybody that you don't agree with in your house can get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what they're basically saying. Get the fuck out of my house. This is what we do. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. And as the parent of him, I mean, they can make those decisions. And I'm not necessarily saying that would have been a decision that I would have, because I don't know if my daughter wanted to walk. I don't know that would have been something.
Do you have any children?
I have a daughter.
How old is your daughter?
She's 20. She'll be 26 in June.
Oh, she grown.
She grown. I'm talking about, years ago. I don't know that would have been something that I would.
Now, did you believe when you were raising your daughter? Did you believe in ass whippings?
Discipline. I don't think that everything has to be a spanking.
What type of disciplinary measures do you think that just come in your head right up that you?
So have you ever whoop or spank your daughter?
Of course I spank.
Okay.
I mean, because
Have you ever used?
Because I don't think discipline is an ass whipping. I think an ass whipping is a result that I've constantly been talking to you and I'm tired.
Discipline is anything that's going to change the behavior.
Yeah, but
so
discipline is a thin line because every kid doesn't respond to an ass whipping.
And
some kids respond to this punishment.
Now, when
so
you
got to know which kids you have.
And all of that
did you get disciplined or ass whipping when you was a kid, Packer?
I got the ass whipping.
Straight.
I literally whooped my daughter's ass on the honor roll.
But this is a question I wanted to ask you. I got two questions.
Yes.
Now, I understand your point of view from what you were saying and Farouk's point of view. Why is it now that kids are asked at a young? First question is, what's the age of accountability for you for a kid right now?
What's the age of accountability?
Yeah, for where you think they can make their own decisions when they're in your house.
It depends on what decision we're making. Now, if you have an 11-year-old and you leave them in the house and you say, "Don't touch," can you make 911 calls if the house sets on fire? That kid can do that. But, I mean, what kind of big decisions they're going to make? They can't make big decisions, but they can make decisions like, stay in the house, I'll be right back.
Or I'm gonna beat your ass.
It don't even have. I mean, some kids you don't have to threaten them when I'm gonna beat your ass. Somebody's like, look.
I mean, but just tell me, isn't that a very effective? Isn't that a very effective method?
It's not always effective method.
But the second question is, we've all have kids. Now, you've had a kid that has wanted to do something real bad.
And she has done.
And then when
we all have done.
Don't get the snitching on her.
Yeah, we can't make it seem like we ain't been kids before.
She almost
and then they get a little older and they've changed their mind. That's something they didn't want to do.
It was a fact.
It was something they had to experience. Yeah. And now they realize that's not what I want to do.
Absolutely, but we've all done that.
But certain experience you have seen even as a child ill-affected people's lives, and they never recuperated with that. Like, for instance, teenage kids experiment with drugs. I got a partner at 15, right, experimented with PCP,
how
and he
15?
Never been at 15, but he never been the same.
His name wasn't Pookie, was it?
No. I also had the experience and privilege of knowing certain females that I grew up with. They like older men. They thought it was cool to have sex with older men. But if you talk to
their parents, I bet Bookie. Now you got me calling him Bookie. I guess the angel dust guy wouldn't have. His parents wasn't like, yeah, smoke this angel dust. I mean, the girl who liked the older men, her mother wasn't like, come on, let's go to this church and pick up deacons. Like,
no, but that's
that was the decision
I never finished telling you particularly about her. This female
like she was a female. Okay, I thought it was
this female.
Bookie.
This female like older men because, for one, her mother was a real life prostitute. Mm-hmm. She would see men come in and out of her mama's house. Mm-hmm. Okay, now that didn't mean she liked it, but she seen
the environment.
Environment has a lot to do with shaping and forming people's mind.
Absolutely.
So this is what I'm saying: when you are in a particular environment. Not getting off the subject, but it applies to this. You can have a brother that grew up in Orange County that was an adopted child, right?
Okay.
To a white family. Mm-hmm. Okay? So he meets his cousins, his black cousins in the hood. He go to school with them. The first thing they want to say is you act and you talk white, and it's not. He's just a product of his environment. Same thing. A white boy grew up in Compton. Oh, he thinks he's black. He knows he's white. He's just a product of his environment.
Right.
So this is a true. This is you almost had me lost for a minute because I thought you was describing an episode of Different Strokes at first.
Yeah.
I
what you talking about, Willis?
Same thing.
I said, wait a minute. Didn't they take Lil Arnold ass?
They really different strokes nowadays.
Wait a minute. They took Lil Arnold.
My second question was like, your daughter at 10 years old, if she wanted a tattoo, could she get any tattoo she wanted?
Absolutely not.
So
what would you say?
She couldn't get a tattoo at all. Like,
no, but check this out. A tattoo?
She got a tattoo at, I would say, probably, I think it might have been like 18. She was an adult and lied about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I was doing something to her hair, and I was like, girl, if you ever get a tattoo, you got to tell me that. She's like, I would never get a tattoo. Same damn day.
Let me ask you this question.
Same damn day. We had El Pollo Loco, and you know the girls like the little short pants. She raised her arm. She got a big old tattoo of a dude's name on her. I'm like,
what?
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
On her thigh?
This is my thing.
But that's the conscious decision she made when she was of age, right?
Now, and she can't stand the boy now.
Let me run this scenario.
Hold on a second.
18 aren't the people you like at 28.
So. But look, a tattoo you can have removed. We asking kids to.
She got it removed.
So now we're asking kids. Oh, if they. In their sexuality, they say, oh, well, if they're a woman, they like another woman, or a guy liking another guy, we be like, oh, that's okay.
I'm not saying
because that's what they feel like right now. But a tattoo,
I'm saying that parent, if the Wades decided that was okay for their kid, who am I to say that that's not okay for their kid? Because they know their kid.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, for any kid, that's something they shouldn't be able to make a decision
into the public. Everything is left for public skepticism, or they.
And that's why they don't care. Like, I mean, I love
and if I may add,
she like don't care.
If I may add, give me one. This is very important. And it's very important. No, it's very important to me. If I may add,
up on me
because I feel your pain with your daughter and everything, and I just want, and she got it removed, right?
Well,
she covered
it all the way.
Covered it up with something even more dumb. I would preferred Francisco.
Okay, but my question.
But that's the thing. Kids make dumb mistakes.
So let me ask
they change their mind. They make decisions that's not right for them.
She made dumb mistakes.
So that being said, my question to you is: when will your daughter be going back to El Pollo Loco?
I'm sure she's gone back since that point at least 200.
Because everybody know Marv love him some thighs. Am I right?
El pollo loco.
I'm just saying.
You are nuts.
I'm just trying to make sure because see, my perspective
What's your perspective?
is, tender pieces of succulent feminine pulchritude have always
Especially when they have a that big mustache that people were putting on like the front of their car.
Yeah.
Are you talking about a dirty Sanchez?
That's nasty. It's stinking.
Are you talking about the Lyft drivers?
Yes, she got like a Lyft driver. She covered.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, she want a lift?
No, she don't want. It was before Lyft.
She put the lips on her.
I mean, no, it wasn't the lips. I
The
swear to God,
mustache.
it was the mustache. It's the most retarded thing I've ever. And when I was like, that's what you did?
Well, let her know.
So you
I'm available.
disagree that a lot of young people don't really make a lot of sound
Absolutely.
decisions.
And
Now,
I
let me
agree.
run this by
She
you.
got the lift tattoos on.
Because you
Not
know
lips.
your daughter
The
better
mustache.
than we do.
Just the mustache.
lift?
The stash.
Ask her,
The
do she need a Postmate?
No, but no, I can't.
Well, you tell her that Uber Eats.
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats.
Okay.
That's what Uber does. Uber Eats. No,
I'm gonna ask her if she want a daddy. I'll
But
ask her.
you know your
not
daughter.
no sugar
you know
daddy.
your daughter better
Shit,
than,
I'm all out of
than
sugar.
we do.
Blender.
Now, most girls at 11 years old, they go to things with their girlfriends
Right.
called slumber parties, right?
Right.
So just say this is just a hypothetical situation I'm running past you, right? Say your daughter convinced you to have a slumber party at your house.
What age?
You supportive
She's
11.
11. She's 11.
You supportive of that? That seems innocent, right?
Right, yeah.
But see, here's the thing.
I love it.
Your daughter has a list of friends that you don't know nothing about, and as parents,
but then we don't have that.
Okay,
because
listen.
One of the
See that
things with
shit?
my daughter was, and
okay.
she
let me
call
give you the
out.
whole situation.
If we
'cause
didn't break bread,
I really,
she wasn't going there, and we
I
wasn't
really
coming
want
in.
your input on this. So let me run the whole
But
scenario
you put
on
a
you.
part in there that is not going to happen because
no.
if I don't know the parents and I don't know the kids,
so
they're not coming to my
but
house.
what I'm saying
It's a
is,
done deal.
what I'm saying is, let me finish the whole thing
Okay.
because this is what I'm getting to. This is what I admire and respect about you. So let me get to the whole thing. You just said
Well,
it.
you got 30 seconds to do it before we
yeah,
go to
it's gonna be that. Just give me 10 seconds. See, we are parents. We're overprotective of our kids because they
Absolutely.
can't protect ourselves. But say she has a slumber party, you're going to screen that list because, like
Absolutely.
you say, if I don't know the parents, they can't come over.
Can't come.
But say you just like in the late wee hours, you sleep. You go in there and you see one of your daughter's friends doing something unnatural to your daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Sexuality isn't unnatural.
Okay, what I'm
At
saying.
11 years old?
This is-
Sexuality.
Okay, this
You'll
is
find babies masturbating.
yeah.
Sexuality.
Okay, but
You'll
this,
find a baby
this
getting their
is-
ass
This is what I'm explaining to you. Okay?
I'll slap a baby.
You will see.
I bet
You will
you would.
see one of your daughter's friends
I'll re-
with her head between your daughter's leg.
Right.
How would you respond to that?
Yeah.
I would break that up.
Okay.
Because
You
even
said you
though-
would break that ass.
break it up.
Yeah.
Even though sexuality you can't. Sexuality.
How would you break it up? Hey, wait a minute. There'll be none of that this evening.
This is inappropriate.
No belts.
Yeah,
in your
thank
hand.
Move your mouth from
So
that.
now we
This is
getting to what
inappropriate.
I'm saying.
This is
Okay, go
inappropriate.
ahead.
This is inappropriate. This
Yeah.
isn't the place and the time.
You won't
for
have
guys
no
to do
switches
this.
or brooms in your hand or nothing while
No.
you're making this speech.
Now, would you sit down and talk to both the young lady and your daughter?
And their parent, because number one, when I was actively parenting somebody, I didn't know what behaviors their parent was working on with them. So the kids would call me a snitch, and I'd be like, I don't know what your mother's working on.
Right.
So yes, I'm telling on you.
For
so
real.
I would tell on you.
That's what we do.
I would tell on you because I don't know. I knew what behaviors I was working
Yeah,
on with
but
my daughter.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
tell
not
on the kid.
always.
I tell
it's
on
not
the kid.
public information. Like everybody don't need to know what problems my kid has.
That's
I will
right.
But
tell on
if
the
she
kid.
do something, you need as a parent, you need to come back and tell me that.
I'm
So I can-
confused. So
So this is what I'm
behavior
talking
behavior
about.
is different from sexuality to other things.
Now, what I'm saying is, if they're expressing their sexuality because that's what he said.
Yeah, I gotta
I'm
make
gonna-
you gotta before you come on the show, you gotta know something about him. Every time he take a sip out of that
I
thing
think
there,
that's water. I believe it's water.
shit, it's called clear Kool-Aid. Don't fucking
It's
don't-
liquid
don't call that
cholesterol,
shit.
man.
You never seen
I'm convinced
You ever
of
seen
this.
high fructose corn syrup?
It's
That's
liquid
what the
cholesterol.
fuck
I
that
really
is.
want to know because it
No, what she's saying is
out
right
how
on
the
people-
natural expression of sexuality. You have a natural expression of sexuality. I'm not going to discipline a kid for having their natural expression of sexuality. Is
Even
it
if they're underage?
If it's inappropriate, it's inappropriate. That's different. I'm going to pull you. I mean, it's just like kids.
Is she related to R. Kelly?
If you go,
No,
you go
no,
with kids
she's
that
telling
have,
the truth.
If you got kids who are kleptomaniacs and that's what they do, I'm not gonna spank them. I'm gonna say, look, that's not appropriate. I'm gonna redirect them there. Now,
Yeah, redirect that to them rich white folks or all department stores, not my motherfucking house.
then that's discipline.
I agree with you on that. If you find a kid that's a kleptomaniac and you catch him, and go ahead and tell on him because he ain't gonna be a good thief anyway because you caught him. See, because look, I'll tell you, because see me,
I'm not going to jail.
Myself has stolen your shit already. You don't even know. Check your purse when we come back from this goddamn commercial break. Right here on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. We just had a cool and heated and very important conversation. Now, coming up, April 26th at the J Spot in Inglewood, we will be doing a comedy show, Mad Friday.
Are you going to perform?
But of course, I will be performing.
Are you going to do like a main set?
I'll be hosting. And
hosting. Look at you.
I'll be having D. Militant, Evan Lionel.
Nice.
You will see, throwback Def Jam type
Can I
of thing.
perform?
Can you perform?
Yeah, I'm going to try.
You can't get in with that fucking cup, I tell you that.
But can I try to perform?
You can fit a whole club in that big motherfucker.
But can I perform?
Yeah, you can perform, Patrick.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
How many minutes you going to give me?
30 seconds.
30 seconds?
Yeah.
Just enough time for you to eat three burritos.
That's like a junior varsity minute. That's a junior varsity minute. You know
How many jokes can I do
what?
in 30 seconds?
Why don't we put a plate of some some vegan hot wings. And let's get this street.
Cauliflower?
Yeah. And let's see how many he can eat in
No,
30
it's not
seconds.
cauliflower.
That's a good idea because you can start the first vegan hot wing.
All you can eat, yeah.
Look, competitive eater. Shit, there you go. That's
Vegan,
it.
vegetarian.
Okay,
How
so
many
I get
fucking-
my vegan hot wings, and you'll get your hog mugs and Farouk's fish eyes, and then we'll all have a contest.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, because I can eat some hog maws.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you can.
I like fresh
pig
fish
knuckles.
eyes.
Now, only thing about hog maws and chitlins, it's an art form in cleaning them. It's a dying art form. You know,
Shit loins.
I used to only eat my mother's chitlins. So
Shit loins.
She got to a certain age, and you can really tell when they skip a step.
Oh.
You know?
Because you done ate a whole seam of shit.
That is a delicacy that must not have.
I bet you
any
Marv finished the
steps.
plate.
No.
Marv don't waste no food.
I went in there. I had to tell my mom because I was grown. I said, "Mom, baby, this is the last pot you gonna make ever."
Anything you got to put a cap full of. Anything you got to pour a cap full of bleach in to clean before you eat it is not
Well,
for
she used
human
to clean hers out with Febreze and Fabuloso. But what I'm saying,
I've
is,
never eaten it. I'm not eating that shit.
Oh yeah, you got to.
Marv will eat anything once.
Yeah. Yes, I will. But like I
And we'll
said,
apologize for you had to send that close to him. Normally we have mints and a little screen up for our new guest. And I know nobody gave you a warning.
about the mouth.
And I get the warning.
that's
but it's
really
okay.
that's what's supposed to motivate you. You know what I'm saying? It motivates you, get you going. You know,
I see your eyebrows are still there.
She keep it. She
Oh,
keep
look,
it.
I drew them on perfectly.
Oh, no wonder.
She
Because he
keep
was
it that
burning them
smile
off
to
for you.
a
disguise
lot of guests would
that
sit there.
frown.
A lot of guests would sit there and don't say nothing. So when I heat it up for their ass, they got to say something.
We had guests come on and
Are
it's
they-
like, this
are they
somebody
choked to death?
break wind in here? Like, no. That's
Hey,
just
I
the
used to work with
host.
the
Hell
homeless,
yeah.
so he smells great.
That's the hostess with the mostest. Halitosis.
Yeah, man. Woo-wee.
I made a rhyme.
He used to come pick me up, and my window be broke.
The hostess with the mostest with the halitosis. So like I said, on April 26th, which is going to be Friday, 8:30, we're going to be down at the J Spot. Come on down. Tell a friend that know a friend. They got a friend. They got a car or Uber.
Make sure you come because I'm doing my 30 seconds.
'Cause
heard him-
Uber
you heard him
Eats.
say you're going to get my 30 seconds when I come.
bring your
Is Farouk performing too?
Yeah, Farouk will be performing.
Okay.
Because he will be in town. So you guys can come down here and witness the ghetto Googler at his finest, getting down on the set of the J Spot.
And I'm going to do my first 30
Yeah, I'm going
seconds.
to talk some shit and swallow some spit, man. Have me a drink and talk some shit.
Now, last time Farouk performed, he rocked the house so cold, he didn't even have to buy no drinks. Girls were buying him drinks and everything.
Nice.
What?
Hell yeah.
Farouk, what's your drink?
I drink
What's in
tequila.
that cup? What was it?
Tequila and cranberry juice.
Now, do you partake of the libations yourself?
I come from a long line of alcoholics.
Oh,
and drug
damn it, she's
addicts, so
proud
that
of
would
it.
that'd be a no.
So
I already know.
So
I already know that I won't work out.
you've never fancied the 8-ball?
No.
The silver satin?
No. Cisco. What's
Cisco.
that?
A
I've had that.
hardcore East Side
And
shit.
Earl here,
Yeah, Bowling
I can see you.
Farm.
34th and Central.
I can
yeah.
hear you.
Yeah.
Timmy's
But I don't-
messed up and got the 8-ball rolling.
I don't drink anymore. I don't
Look at
She
my
don't
Angela.
drink no less either.
She don't drink no less. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we really had a good time on the show. And next time when you tune in, make sure you call us at 323-293-3375 because we'd love to hear some of your stories on some of these hot topics that we share every week on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Now, you did really well. We really enjoyed you,
Thank you.
Timmy. First, Timmy, what is that?
Timmy.
What are your names short for?
Tamika.
Tamika?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Girl child born in the 70s.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Tamandra.
Like Eazy-E's wife, Tamika Wright.
Yeah.
There we go.
I think he's trying to flirt with you.
I thought
he
Timmy
just
was
got back from I don't
not
wanna
with
fight.
my girl.
Not with his girl.
Have me go home and get punched up.
my
No,
bad.
I'm
Timmy
not.
was short for Thomas.
Oh, y'all both came back together?
Hell yeah, we came.
Because, see, you know, when black people go on the cruise, they don't come back, but they come back single. Because
What
the
cruise
lady
you
asked.
going on?
A man
take me on a cruise. We coming back together.
shit,
We might be married.
if I take you, you're going to accidentally
We
slip off
might
that
be
boat.
married.
You'll accidentally
These
slip off
old
the
eggs
boat.
might be fertilized if you take me on a cruise. Just
Uh-oh.
You will
Just
accident.
might.
You will
She start hitting the side for the old eggs to start percolating
I'm
again.
percolating.
That's what her
Come on,
tattoo
baby.
is.
Come on, baby.
That's what her tattoo is. You know what I'm saying?
You got to watch that because y'all might have a Down syndrome.
We said
baby.
at the beginning of the show that the apple
You don't want that.
don't fall far from a tree, so she
Baby
it's
come
okay.
out looking
Very
like-
smart. It's gonna be a very smart Down syndrome kid.
Not if she come out looking like Black China. That's the dumbest goddamn Down syndrome baby I've
Why are
seen.
you messing with Angela today? Angela didn't do nothing
Is
for us
Black
today.
is Black China?
Yes, she Down
Is she
syndrome.
special? Black
No.
China.
Yes, she is.
She's a Cabbage Patch Kid.
No, what's
I'm
the-
a garbage pail.
She's
kid.
Down syndrome.
What is the
but now she
politically-
missed it by a millimeter
What's the
chromosome.
politically
Like a
correct
half
term?
Yeah.
What's the politically correct term for Down syndrome?
Down
Jerry
syndrome-
Skitch.
Down syndrome is okay. Retarded, you can't say that.
You can't say
anymore.
Don't say
No, you
retarded.
got to say intellectually
Challenged.
Oh,
Yeah,
intellectually
what you-
Well,
challenged.
shit, that's most niggas. I know I'm intellectually challenged, but I am intellect. But I challenge my own damn intellect. You can't do that because you ain't that goddamn smart.
All right, we had a good time, and the lounge. Give to Timmy.
Timmy.
Love having you here.
Big Mad Marv, welcome to the Comedy Lounge,
Yes, ma'am. Please come back.
and we will see you guys next week on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Peace.
This is the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Trap comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well hang yourself. This is also where you can turn yourself into dope and you become the real man. Whoa, yeah.